What's up, Patriots fans? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, we bleed navy blue and we break down everything happening with the New England Patriots, from roster moves to franchise history. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a thing. All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're heading into the film room to look at an undrafted rookie free agent who is making some serious noise in training camp, cornerback Kenneth Harris. Now, here is the hook. Imagine having the athletic profile of a top 5% NFL cornerback. I'm talking elite speed, freakish agility, the whole 9 yards. Usually, a guy with that athletic profile gets drafted on day 2 or day 3, right? Well, Kenneth Harris went completely undrafted in the 2026 NFL Draft. So what gives? Is he a hidden gem that the Patriots just stole? Or is there a massive red flag on his tape that every other team saw? Let's break down the scouting report, his strengths, his glaring weaknesses, and his actual chances of making this 53-man roster. Let's get into it. First off, a quick background. Harris is 24 years old. He started his college career at Arkansas State before transferring to Oklahoma State for his final years. Physically, he has the exact prototype look you want for an outside corner. But let's talk about the one thing that makes scouts drool: his relative athletic score, or RAS. Harris posted a massive 9.41 RAS coming out. For those who don't live and breathe draft metrics, an RAS measures a player's athletic testing compared to historical positional averages. A 9.41 puts him in the 95th percentile of all cornerbacks tested over the last 40 years. Let that sink in. He is a more proven athlete than 95% of cornerbacks in NFL history. When you watch his tape, you see why. He has elite closing speed. When a receiver beats him off the line, Harris doesn't just jog, he flips his hips and uses that track speed to run them down from behind. He also has the length and the physical strength to be a legit press man corner. He can jam guys at the line of scrimmage, disrupt the timing of the route, and he's versatile enough to slide inside to the slot or play on the perimeter. On pure physical traits alone, the guy is a basketball player stuck in a cornerback's body. But as we all know in the NFL, you can't eat athletic testing numbers. You have to actually play football. And this is where the tape gets a little ugly, and it explains exactly why he fell out of the draft. Number 1, production, or should I say, the lack of it. Kenneth Harris played 28 games at Oklahoma State. Do you want to guess how many interceptions he had during that stretch? 0. Zilch. Not a single pick in his last 2.5 years of college football. For a guy with elite ball skills and speed, that is highly concerning. It shows a lack of ball hawk instincts. And it's not just the picks. His processing and technique are incredibly raw. He's often caught hesitating. Instead of dictating the route, he's letting the receiver dictate him. He gets too caught up in looking for the quarterback instead of playing the man in front of him. But here is the biggest red flag: tackling. In college, Harris failed to make his tackle on nearly 20% of his attempts, specifically 19.4%. In the NFL, if you can't wrap up, you're a liability. His tackling form needs a complete teardown and rebuild. If he's guessing on routes and missing tackles, defensive coordinators are going to target him all day long. So where does this leave him in New England? Look, the top 3 guys in the Patriots secondary are pretty much locked in. Harris is not walking into a starting job on day 1. He is squarely in the bubble category. He's fighting for a rotational nickel or dime backup role, and more importantly, a core special team spot. But it is an absolute dogfight back there. He's competing against guys like Charles Woods, Kendall Vildor, and Kobe Minor. There are at least 7 or 8 corners battling for maybe 2 or 3 open roster spots. Because his tackling and technique are so raw, he has a steep uphill battle to make the active 53-man roster right out of the gate. The Patriots coaching staff is going to put him through the ringer in practice. If he shows up to training camp still missing tackles and getting lost in zone coverage, he's going to get cut. But if he can use that elite athleticism to dominate on special teams, playing gunner, covering punts, being a relentless tackler in the kicking game, he keeps his value high. The most realistic scenario for Kenneth Harris in 2026? He fights hard, maybe misses the initial 53-man cut, but the Patriots stash him on the practice squad to develop him. He's the definition of a high-ceiling, high-risk project. So what's the final verdict? Kenneth Harris is a classic Patriots scouting paradox. You look at the 95 percentile athlete and you say, we need to take a flyer on this guy. But you look at the 0 interceptions and the 20% missed tackle rate and you say, yikes. He's a boom or bust developmental piece. If the Patriots player development staff can fix his tackling and speed up his mental processing, they might just have stolen a starting caliber corner for 0 draft capital. If they can't, he's a camp body. But that's why we watch training camp, right? I want to hear from you guys. Do you think the Patriots should keep Kenneth Harris on the active 53-man roster, or is he strictly a practice squad guy? Drop your thoughts in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss a Patriots update. Until next time, keep your eye on the ball and go Pats!